So we've just found out that BYD will comfortably come in second place to Tesla in its electric vehicle sales this year in Australia. That's insane. Apparently, demand for the cars has been way more than double what the company expected. Well done, Aussies. Well done. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Thanks for subscribing. All you new subscribers, welcome. Welcome back, everyone else. Well, as you know, I did pre-order a BYD Atto 3. And BYD even said I could test drive one back in March. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened yet. Hopefully, it will happen soon. When it does, you'll get the only unbiased review of the car in existence. Why do I say that? Well, this channel receives $0, not a single cent from any automotive company in the world. Not a single product placement, not a single thing of any kind whatsoever. So I have no advantage to lying to you. But guess what? Pretty much every single automotive publication on the internet has an advantage to saying positive things about the vehicles that they review because they in some way financially benefit from doing so. They all claim they don't, which is complete, utter nonsense because they all do. If you look at their business models, it's a fact. Marketing is what they use to pay for their existence. And where does that money come from? It comes from the auto companies that advertise on their sites in some form or another. However, let's look at what BYD have just said. The CEO of the distributor here in Australia has claimed that BYD will easily be, based on the pre-orders that they now have, the second largest electric vehicle manufacturer or seller here in Australia. EVCentral.com.au, the importer says that the importer of BYD's EVs into Australia says early interest in the brand and its upcoming Atto 3 or Yen Plus in China electric SUV has far exceeded their initial expectations. Luke Todd says the reception to the compact to mid-sized electric SUV has been outstanding and that it is already holding many reservations, each apparently placing a $1,000 deposit. Now, I'm kind of intrigued because there's quite a few people that I know I wouldn't say that they're my close friends. They're just people that I know and I talk to them occasionally. And they've said to me, hey, what do you think of the new BYD? And I'm like, I didn't even know you knew who BYD were. I'm shocked. It seems as though Australians have just figured out who BYD are within the last 6 months. And it's gone from a company with basically zero awareness here in Australia a year ago to the point where probably a large percentage of Australians now know who the company are, which is really surprising. So Luke Todd, the CEO here, has said that BYD is holding many reservations, each from a $1,000 deposit. And you probably saw me place my $1,000 deposit on the video. If you watched that video, if you haven't seen it, I'll put a link in the description below. And that also has information about the ordering process, the options you have when you check out, paint colors, all that kind of stuff. Whether it's sales volumes, whether it's level of interest, level of inquiries, it's been at least double what we'd hoped for. And we're thrilled with the response, said Todd. He declined to reveal exactly how many deposits they've taken. Now, Luke, yeah, not a good idea. Be open. Don't do a Nikola. Don't do a Alpha Motors. Don't do this. You got to be transparent here, mate. Transparency is extremely important, mate. Tell us the number of orders you have. Even if you think that they're not as many as they should be, or if you think they're more than if they're whatever they are, disclose that information to the public. They want to know. Now, the only hint he gave was that the Atto 3 would be a volume player in the mostly niche electric vehicle space. He said, based on pre-orders, we're comfortably the second largest electric vehicle company in Australia. To put that in perspective, Tesla last year had the top-selling EV in Australia with 12,100 sales. That was the Model 3. Almost all of those were Model 3s because we don't have the Tesla Model Y here yet. If they were selling the Tesla Model Y here now, Tesla would be a top 10 brand in Australia because that is the exact size and shape of vehicle that Australians want. And the reality is Tesla make a lot of them. So there is the possibility for Tesla to ship a whole bunch of those here to us in Australia, especially seeing as now the Austin, Texas factory will be making more Model Ys, same with the German factory. So maybe they can start shipping more of these Chinese Model Ys here to Australia. That'd be interesting. Good to see. Sales of the Model 3 were more than double the combined total of the other 19 battery electric vehicles that were available in 2021. In other words, Tesla owns the Australian electric vehicle market. But that may not be the case forever, considering BYD plans on selling 6 EVs here by the end of 2023. I'm not saying 6 cars in total like GM sold in the fourth quarter of 2024. I'm talking 6 different models. Second best last year here in Australia was the MG ZS EV, and there is an updated version arriving in the middle of 2022. However, it sold a relatively modest in comparison to Tesla 1,388 vehicles. By the way, the new MG ZS EV is a lot better than the old one. Don't buy the old one unless you can get a really good deal on a second-hand one. Otherwise, wait for the new model. Or better yet, order the BYD. It's about the same price. Actually, it's slightly cheaper, but it's a much better car. Now, for those of you wondering who makes the MG vehicle, well, it's made by SAIC, which is a state-owned company in China. Going on Luke Todd's claims, that means the company is already holding at least 1,400 pre-orders for the BYD Atto 3. EV Direct says it has invested in BYD's Chinese production lines for right-hand drive vehicles and can get significant volume of the Atto 3 if demand is there. They're actually claiming they can deliver 1,200 to 1,500 cars per month. If they can do that, right, they could potentially even beat Tesla next year. That's scary. Wow. That's really shows you that BYD is here on the market. Hopefully they can actually deliver on these claims. So what is the Atto 3? It's a mid-sized electric SUV. It has a single electric motor driving the front wheels with 150 kilowatt and 310 newton meters of torque. It's claimed to hit 100 kilometers an hour in around 7.3 seconds. More importantly than that though, is it comes with a BYD lithium iron phosphate blade battery. They don't have any nickel in them, not affected by the price of nickel. Blade batteries are super thin. They don't set themselves on fire like some of the other battery companies sometimes. That said, don't get me wrong, even in spite of the fires in lithium ternary batteries, internal combustion engine vehicles still set themselves on fire probably 50 times more often. But LFP batteries are by far the safest battery chemistry on the face of the planet. In addition to that, BYD actually has a lifetime warranty on the batteries in China. What's that? That's like 1 million kilometers. In other words, the batteries are incredible. Now, the standard 50.1 kilowatt hour battery is claimed to give 320 kilometers of WLTP range, and the 60.4 kilowatt hour blade battery, which costs 3,000 Australian dollars or around about 2,300 US dollars more than the standard battery, gives a range of 420 kilometers. So if you want to know which version I ordered, check out the video and you'll find out. Now, the car uses the same battery chemistry as Tesla's Model 3 LFP batteries. I'm talking the standard range Model 3, by the way. But I think the blade battery is a bit better than the CATL lithium iron phosphate batteries in the Tesla Model 3. That said, interestingly, Tesla Model 3s soon may actually come with BYD's blade battery because Tesla has signed a deal with BYD for 10 gigawatt hours of lithium iron phosphate batteries. Well, actually, BYD have signed many contracts with, I think, about 9 different car companies over the past few months to supply them with their blade batteries. So you can see by the battery in their cars. So what specs do they come with? Well, all models come with 18-inch alloy wheels, powered front seats on both sides, wireless phone charging, smart key entry, panoramic sunroof, 12.8-inch infotainment screen, safety systems including 7 airbags, auto braking in forward and reverse, and adaptive cruise control. What's the warranty, you've been asking? Well, initially I was told by BYD in person, not over the phone, actually in person, the battery would have a 500,000 kilometer warranty. And at 500,000 kilometers, BYD would guarantee use 60% of the original capacity would still be left. If it wasn't, they'd replace the batteries. Well, they've changed their minds since then, unfortunately. The warranty now is 7 years and unlimited kilometers. So it's still a pretty good warranty, but the battery warranty ceases after 160,000 kilometers. Personally, I think that's a bad move. I think they should have the same warranty that they have in China. I don't know why they've done that, but I do like the 7-year unlimited kilometer warranty on the vehicle. In general, I just think it's saying we're not confident in the battery because we're only going to give you 160,000 kilometers. But if BYD in China is very confident in the battery, I don't know why they're not here in Australia. I just don't see the difference. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. The Atto 3 pricing is $44,000 for the standard range and about $47,000 for the long range variant. That's Australian dollars, by the way. In US dollars, you're looking at around 34,000 US dollars for the base model and around 36,500 US dollars for the top spec, the long range model. So this makes the standard range variant the cheapest electric vehicle in Australia. Now, given the shortages and lengthy wait times on most EVs currently on sale in Australia's very, very hot EV market. This vehicle's arrival is perfectly timed and has the potential to soak up some sales that may otherwise have gone to other brands. I mean, for example, how many people buying a Tesla want to wait 9 months? Probably not a lot, and that's their current wait list here in Australia. So when is it coming? Well, if you order one now, as in today, apparently you'll get it in August. If you already ordered when I ordered previously, you'll get it in July. First examples of Atto 3 are coming in July. And in addition to that, a car which I think could be even more popular than this car is the BYD Dolphin, or codenamed the EA1. This is an electric hatchback, which is a bit smaller than a Toyota Corolla on the outside, but bigger on the inside because of its packaging. It has a very small bonnet. You don't need a big bonnet because there isn't a big engine to put in the car. Blade batteries are very thin. That means the base of the car is lower than it is in other cars. And the packaging is just perfect. I think it's a great car. And apparently the price of these, the base model, will be around 30,000 Australian dollars. That would mean that it only cost around 23,000 US dollars for a car with, well, a BYD blade battery and up to 400 kilometers of range. That is quite a good deal. I think they sell really well in the rest of the world as well. Now, apparently, the Dolphin is coming to Australia in 2023 or maybe potentially late 2022. I wouldn't hold my breath on that though, because right now in China, BYD is climbing the sales charts very, very quickly. In fact, it was actually the 5th largest manufacturer of cars in China, period, in January. By the end of next year, my prediction is top 3 in China. By the end of 2030, potentially 2nd in the world. If you want to know my predictions for all car manufacturers in 2030, I'll put a link in the description below to the video I made about those predictions. So if you want to see me actually test drive this car, make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the icon notification bell so you actually get updates in your feed from the videos. And very soon I should have a review of this very impressive vehicle. Well, I think it's impressive anyway, and I'm excited to drive it. Thanks for watching the channel, and I'll see you again on the next video. Bye-bye.